We interrupt this program before it even started with some incredibly important breaking news. The Paldea prankster are currently under investigation by the league's ethics committee for irregularities in their recent blockbuster trades. It has come to light that at the time of the trades, Meowstick, the signature piece of these trades, was under contract to the Grand Rapids Drive, and a currently unnamed franchise has accused Coach Ronin of tampering. The only statement we currently have from Regal admins is that they're taking this accusation extremely seriously and an investigation is ongoing. Oh, excuse me. Okay. It seems that Coach Ronin is making a statement, so let's hand it over. I'm just here so I don't get fined. I have been given a statement to read by our legal department and told not to deviate from it so I don't incriminate myself. We categorically deny all accusations that have been directed towards us. We worked with the documentation we were provided and acted on good faith that the transactions we were making were legal and eligible to be made. We are confident that this investigation will clear us of any wrongdoing and that the truth will come out. Until then, there will be no further comment on this matter. Thank you, and we shall see you for the next match. Welcome back to the Regal Draft League and our Reboot season. It's week 4, and like last week, we are up against one of our brothers in hacks and a fellow development coach in Chal, a former league coach of the year and someone that has been steadily improving with every passing match. A very creative team builder who has been bringing a lot of very cool singles tech into the league. I'm honestly really impressed with how he's coming along since getting his very first win versus the Woobats a couple of seasons back. What makes this match really fun for me is that we, as a building group, helped Chal put a lot of this squad together around some of his favorite Pokemon. And now I have to find a way to beat it. Arch Rain with Hatterene Trick Room. Polyarch isn't your standard Arch Rain core, but it's arguably more annoying to face since Politoed is bulkier than Pelipper. Therefore, makes winning the Weather War more difficult. Arch itself isn't that annoying for us to deal with. We have enough special attackers that stamina isn't a massive problem. We don't have redirection, so Stalwart isn't a problem. Yes, it can Flash Cannon Mega Guardy, but even with a +1 boost and max modest, it's a roll to KO, and Guardy will simply outspeed and 2-KO it. Hatterene, I've always liked as a Trick Room setter. You can't taunt it, and you can just protect to avoid a fake out and attempt to set the Trick Room up turn 2. On this team, almost every one of his mons can take advantage of Trick Room, especially in this matchup. So it has to be at the front of my mind while I'm building. We also have Corv, who can set Tailwind and is an all-around nuisance for my team with its physical bulk and good typing for this matchup specifically. So how do we deal with all of this? Let's start by looking at what I think he'll be bringing. His 2 Megas, Mega Feraligatr and Mega Raichu X, neither of whom I've spoken about so far. Gator is the reason I'm, well, spoiler alert, not bringing Ceruledge. Raichu is a little awkward for us It can set the terrain to boost Archaludon. It has access to Fake Out, Volt Tackle, can deal a ton of damage in terrain, and it also has decent coverage. I think I'm probably more scared of Raichu than my boy Gator, but I'm not convinced he'll bring it. Those two will definitely be in team preview. Which one comes to the battle though, I'm not entirely sure. He loves Arch, so Arch will be there. Hat has come to all of his matches so far and is probably his best speed control option. So that's 4 Mons. Corv is just too good into my team to leave behind. And last but not least, I would expect a Politoed. But he has a ton of other options that he either really likes or has brought in the early weeks of the season. Vivian, Redirection, Sleep Powder, Tailwind, generally just really annoying Pokemon. Skeledirge is one of his absolute favourite Mons, and Appleton came to his week 1 and it is a Mon he really wanted on his team after not getting Mega Sceptile. With those in mind, let's look at the 6 I'll be bringing for this match. I've gone with the KISS method of team building this week. Keep it simple, stupid. I did not want to overcomplicate the spreads with crazy calcs, trying to live hits that I have no business taking anyway. First up, the new face of the franchise, Meowstic. Ridiculously bulky citrus berry set with no protect. I did not want to go with no attacking move, but I could not sacrifice any of the supporting moves to keep protect. I mostly want Meow to Fake Out, use a support move, and then get the hell off the field. I have to respect the rain. So Sunny Day was an absolute must. But as you'll see with a couple of other Mons, Sun will help regardless of whether he brings rain or not. But as you'll see with a couple of the other Mons, Sun will help regardless of whether he brings the rain or not. The last move is Gravity. I love Gravnosis. I've only ever used it once, I think, in draft and got absolutely destroyed by Twimblue because I never managed to get off the hypnosis. Gravity, though, like Sun, helps out in other ways. I locked this set in almost immediately. I flip-flopped a lot on the EV spread though. I initially wanted to run a lot of speed to outspeed Vivian so I could Psychic it to break Sash, then KO with Zoroark. But I ended up leaning more into the bulky set so that I could potentially keep it around for multiple gravities or multiple suns or even both. Zoroark is the first Mon that will be taking advantage of that Psycho Kitty support. Gravity means we cannot miss a Will-O-Wisp onto Corviknight specifically, but also either of his Megas. And the Sun boosts Flamethrower. A Flamethrower in the Sun is a 50-50 to KO a max HP, no special bulk Corviknight, and is a guaranteed OHKO on even the bulkiest Vivian. Hyper Voice isn't particularly great here, but it helps with the Guardy ruse, and Shadow Ball lets us 1v1 the Dirge. Next up is Big V. Now, I really hope that this comes up, but I've gone with Chlorophyll base Venusaur, because even without Mega, Venu is pretty good in this matchup. Double speed in the Sun is phenomenal, and Gravity gives us 100% accurate sleep powders, but as a really funny interaction, Gravity also lets us hit Corviknight with Earth Power, and Corv would otherwise completely wall Venusaur. I've not EV to take advantage of the sun. I've prepped assuming Venu will be Mega, but it's a great option for me to keep in the back pocket if things aren't going super well. Speed-wise, we will outspeed Archaludon if he's dumped the 2 spare EVs into speed. Special attack hits the second bump, and the remainder in defense just dumped to help us versus Corviknight. I have, of course, brought Gardevoir for the Gravnosis shenanigans. T-Bolt is our coverage this week. It's our only real way of hitting Corv. If I use Mystical Fire, then Mirror Armor will bounce back the special attack drop, and I really don't want that. With our bulk, we live an Iron Head, and depending on the rolls, I double up as well. And T-Bolt is a clean 2-shot. 131 speed lets us outspeed a max speed Adamant Feraligatr. And special attack is just hitting the first bump. I'm leaning more into the speed and bulk this week, going all in on the Gravnosis. Put stuff to sleep and just 2-hit KO them. Kangaskhan this week is the epitome of keep it simple, stupid. Fake out, last resort, max, jolly, good to go. Kang isn't great if he brings both Arch and Corviknight, but versus everything else, Last Resort will absolutely chunk, and helping our main threats pick up the KOs that we need. Kingambit is a super aggressive set this week. Double Dark, Life Orb, a ton of speed investment. The reason for this is his love of Skeledirge. With this setup, we can outspeed the Dirge and OHKO it with a Life Orb Kowtow. Black Glasses wasn't quite enough to guarantee the KO if he was max HP and 2 defense. And I really didn't want to mess around with that thing. I've put Swords Dance on just in case there's an opportunity, but I'm mostly just going to click 1 Kowtow, maybe a Sucker Punch or 2. KG is just going to get off a couple of haymakers and go down. Or clean up after the leads have put everything in range. So, yeah, I've mixed things up a little. Tried to keep it very simple, very straightforward. I believe this team has the answers to his major threats, and with the sleep, it should let us dictate the pace of the battle. I've yapped for far too long, so let's just get into it. Well, apologies for 2 interruptions in one program, but we promise to bring you the updates as they happen. After a very swift and decisive investigation, the Paldea prankster have been found not guilty of tampering and cleared of those charges. However, they have been found guilty of negligence and warned about following correct QA procedures. While they have escaped a massive fine, they have been ordered to use Mega Meowstic for the rest of the season, locking them out of any useful items that could have provided them with an advantage in future battles. A statement from the league's press corps said that they acknowledge that the prankster's roster was illegal for week 3 versus the Dark Void Darkrai. However, the humiliation received in that match was punishment enough for the offence committed. While it is understood that an error was made on both sides, the Paldea prankster did not conduct proper validation before submitting their trade documentation, which would have prevented any and all misunderstanding that arose. This outcome is the best for both sides. Paldea are punished for their negligence, and the RDL, while admitting error, protect the integrity of the league and show that any and all accusations of wrongdoing will be investigated and resolved swiftly. Is this outcome satisfactory for the other franchises? I guess we'll find out. We will continue to monitor the situation, but for now, it's back to the broadcast. Good luck, have fun, Chal. Let's do this. Okay, so he's got Raichu. Oh, he didn't bring... Right, so Raichu is his Mega. So he's got Raichu, Mega, Politoed, Decidueye, Arch, Corv, and Skeledirge. Okay, so he didn't bring Trick Room. This is good. I like this. So we'll lead you. Then... Gambit. Yeah, I think we go Gambit and Venu. Venu outspeeds and KOs Decidueye. Got Earth Power for most of them. Yeah, we're good. Should probably have disguised Zoroark as King Gambit. Raichu Corv, okay. This is good. Because I can go Sunny Day. Flamethrower the Corv. I don't want to reveal Fake Out yet, but unless he is ridiculously bulky, this is a dead Corviknight. Raichu, that's fine. Ah. That's a dead Corviknight. Love it. Right, so we can't do gravity hypnosis, gravity sleep shenanigans, which is like my entire game plan gone. But I can double up into you. That's a dead Skeledirge. Okay. So Raichu has got Thunder Punch and a fighting move. Or Fake Out, actually, wasn't it? It was Fake Out. I'm just gonna go again. This is dumb. I knew Zoroark was going to be good in this matchup, but he got me. That's fine. How long's left of terrain? 2, okay. Oh, I've got a Mega. Mega and Sludge Bomb you. Flamethrower you. Keep as much information to myself as possible. Yeah, that's doing nothing. Okay. It just lived on 1. Oh my god. I thought that was a freaking focus sash then. It legit just lived on 1. There's my sash. Okay. So based on what he brought, I kind of want to bring Kang, but he brings Rain. If he adjusts and brings Arch this time, then I'm going to need Meow. So what? Yeah, I think he's going to bring Arch, which is going to make Kang completely useless. Like, the double steel types make Kangaskhan just horrible. So I'm just going to run it back. Yeah, the double steel types just make Kang and Guardy just really tough to bring. Yeah, I knew it. So I am going to fake out you. Switch in real Venusaur. Yeah, that's fine. Icy Wind, okay. That's honestly kind of fine with me. Leftovers on Arch, okay. So I'm gonna go Sunny Day. I'm gonna Mega Evolve and I'm going to Earth Power you. Yeah, that's fine with me. Yes. So you're stuck with Electroshock now. That's a clean 2-shot. Beautiful. So now what is the question? I think I just let... no. You've got Sash. So I'm going to switch you in. And then I'm going to protect and not take any damage. I know I outspeed the Arch. But I don't know if I outspeed the Decidueye now. Yeah. He went there. Which is kind of what I was expecting. That's okay. I was also half expecting a switch into Politoed there. That might come this time. And now I've got you to come in. Arch does not much to Venusaur, so it's not really the threat. So I'm going to fake out you, and I'm going to Sludge Bomb you. Yeah, protect on Arch. Excuse my phone. I've got to put it on Do Not Disturb. Psychic you, because I don't think you have Protect. Earth Power Arch. Okay. Yeah. It's a good play. Where have you gone? Yeah, you've gone into you. And we still live, because my EV spreads are goated. Perfect. Now is when I wish I had Protect on Meowstick. So I'm just going to Sunny Day and Earth Power. Yeah, he's protected. Good play, good play. Earth Power on Politoed. Okay. Now... then no Gambit can clean up. He got the double protect. Oh my god. He got the frickin' double protect. He's got Surf, but it's in the sun, so... And Psycho Kitty lived. This is just like a war of attrition right now. I'm bringing Gambit in. Surf in the sun shouldn't do too much. If he goes Icy Wind now, then I get a speed boost. Dragon Pulse into Venu. Oh, he got me. Uh-oh. There's my +1. I didn't expect that to KO from there, man. That's crazy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. That double protect. I am fast Gambit. Well, I don't think I'm going to outspeed this Politoed. So... And the Politoed has Earth Power. Yeah, he protected Arch. That's fine. Fake out. Yeah. I just played really badly around that Archaludon. I just wasn't reading the protects at all. There's Raichu. Protect. And guess I'll Psychic it. He probably goes for the Fake Out into me. Into Meow to get the KO. Yeah. What did he go for? Dragon Pulse. Okay. Nah. Sun faded. Don't know what moves this Raichu's got beyond Fake Out and Thunder Punch. So... yeah, that's a dead Raichu. Trouble is, my fast King Gambit may struggle to live a Dragon Pulse. I am not very bulky on this King Gambit. He got the double protect again! Sucker Punch Mind Games time. He's got to attack to win. So he can sit there and PP storm me. But he's got to attack. And he's +2 defense, I think, on his arch. I'm only plus... Oh, no, I am +2 attack. So I don't think I kill. No, nowhere near. And being +1 on this. Oh, he went for electro shot. Dude, no! That gets him the boost, but right. I'm calling the protect. He's +2, so he KOs me anyway. Yeah, there we go. Oh my god, this is tense. This is ridiculously tense. Right, he's gone for the Dragon Pulse this time. Nah, he's got me. There's no way I live this. Yeah, no, GG's, Chal. GG's. Really well played. I got too hyper-focused in on the arch. He protected that Archaludon really, really well. I need damage on it. Or sleep on it. I'm going to lead Venu this time. And I'm going to disguise... I'm going to have Spook in the back. Or... No. I think this 4 is the right 4. Yeah, I think this 4 is the right 4. I just expecting him to lead Arch again. Need to lead Venu to go straight on the offense instead of leading Zoroark. Yeah, there you go. And he's led Decidueye this time with knockoff. So... I am gonna go for a raw sleep powder. Fake out you so you don't KO my Psycho Kitty. And I missed the sleep powder. But he went for electroshock with no rain again. Dude. You know what? Gravity. Sleep powder. Won't miss this time. Night night, Archaludon. Now we get rid of you. And hope he doesn't get a one-turn wake. Good damage. Dead bird. Perfect. And he got the one-turn wake. Basically, I'm trying not to get Archaludon too boosted up now. There's Raichu. Ah, nuts. Now he's going to Mega and stop me from sleep powdering. You son of a... Okay. This is going to be a fake out, so... I'm going to swap in there. And protect. And then I think I'm going to burn the Raichu. If I live. Right, I need some damage down on this guy now. Oh, he didn't realise. It's got Drain Punch. That was the other move. Spadef drop is beautiful. He's going for the boosts. I can see what he's doing, but he's locking himself in. Right, you can't protect now, so... Nice. That's a bulky Politoed. I want Zoroark to get 2 more kills. Nice. Zoroark go crazy. GG's, Chal. Played that really, really well, my dude. Really well. Oh man, that was intense. Yeah, massive well done to Chal there. He played that so well, and I'm not wanting to sound like, I don't know, condescending or facetious. I really do believe he has improved so much, and the fact that he's doing it while using mons that he likes, mons that he wants to play, rather than drafting particularly for meta or power, is so admirable. So yeah, nothing more to say there other than congrats, Chal. You adjusted so well in game 2 and forced me to really freaking lock in and ultimately play to my absolute best to take game 3. Did he get a bit lucky with the double protect? Yeah, but he played to his outs, and identifying the outs is really hard in the moment. It's something I struggle with. So for him to identify and call that I was going to want to go into Arch on that turn, yeah, hats off to him. Really, really well played. As you can tell, I'm trying something a little bit different again with these reviews. Completely unscripted and recorded almost immediately after the battle. So yeah, let's just jump into things. Right. So, game 1. This, honestly, straight away, he put me on the back foot with what he brought to the match, because Raichu completely shuts down my entire game plan. The fact that he didn't bring Feraligatr instantly put me on the back foot from this very first team preview. You combine that with these two annoying bastards, and it makes my Gardevoir and my Kangaskhan completely useless in this entire battle. So I have to lean into the Venusaur mode from the off. You see that through the entire match that I wanted to bring Gardevoir. I wanted to bring Kangaskhan. The majority of my game plan going in was around those two specifically, which in hindsight is really bad considering he has Electric Terrain, which completely stops the sleep. If we go into game one, I've got to get used to this software. See, right off the rip, he's leading very, very anti-Gardevoir, anti-Gravnosis. This first turn, I am so incredibly glad that this game plan worked. He goes for the fake out into the Venusaur. Sunny day, flamethrower, dead Corviknight. That, I don't know, I just had a feeling in prep that he was going to lean into Corviknight, especially in game one, and that I'd be able to get this off and almost force him to not bring Corviknight again, because Corviknight was one of the biggest problems for me. I had a feeling Skeledirge would come out, at least in game one. So yeah, this was always going to be Zoroark food. He quite rightly tries to take out Meowstic, but Shadow Ball into that thing, if it's not bulky, that's always going to delete. And then, yeah, we just play it out. Game plan worked pretty perfectly, and Zoroark just popped off, man. I was so surprised at how well the whole Zoroark game plan played out. With how game one went, I knew he was going to lean into Arch. Probably with the rain mode. But what was his fourth going to be? He can't bring Skeledirge if he's going rain. Corviknight didn't really do anything game one, but nor did Decidueye. So it was kind of up in the air over the two. I was hoping for Decidueye because I could deal with it. These four are a little better for my Gardevoir mode and a lot better for my Kangaskhan. But Guardy isn't really great into Arch. Because he's brought Raichu, that would take out the whole sleep shenanigans that I really wanted to do with Gardevoir. But I could bring it if I left Meowstic behind, because to deal with the Arch, I need probably both Zoroark and King Gambit. King Gambit is not great into Archaludon unless I can get off a Sword Stance. I'm not outspeeding it with King Gambit, so Kowtow isn't really an option. I have to go Sucker Punch. And without a sword stance, thanks to the stamina boosts, as you see in the end game, it's a matchup that King Gambit's just never going to win. So that almost forces me into bringing the same 4 again. And my prediction is correct. He's gone Rain mode. With these leads, I've not really got much I can do. I know that he wants to go Electro Shot and something, potentially a switch out with Politoed. I was expecting Politoed to switch, knowing that I have Sunny Day on Meowstic, and I have to click it. There's no fake out threatened or anything like that. I do have fake out on Meowstic, so I can fake out either one. And I think that's what I do. That I need to get Zoroark off the field. It's doing nothing here. So my play is always switch fake Venu into real Venu. It doesn't take much from Electroshot if he goes for it. There's nothing really Politoed can do. The unfortunate thing is I give Arch a stamina boost and he goes for Icy Wind. That is a problem. Like King Gambit, Venusaur isn't naturally that fast, so without a ton of speed investment, I'm already not guaranteed to outspeed Archaludon. With that -1, I am absolutely slower. Sunny Day to stop any Electro Shots, which he of course goes for. I need to learn to put these videos on speed up, like ×2 speed or something. And the Earth Power comes out and does phenomenal damage, to be honest with you. That being a 2-shot is amazing for me. Speed. Let's put it to 2 times speed. Yeah, perfect. This is what I get for doing these things completely unscripted. But yeah, knowing that that is a 2-shot is great, but we see the leftovers, which means he's absolutely got Protect on this thing. Now, knowing the Electro Shot is coming and not knowing which slot it's going into, I have to play fairly defensive. He could swap in Politoed to get weather control back, but he doesn't need to do it on this turn. That Electro Shot's coming out no matter what, and I believe we saw in game 1 that Decidueye has knockoff. So my anticipation should have been that he was doubling Meowstic, but I wasn't sure. Venusaur, even at +1, wasn't going to take a ton of damage from this Electro Shot, but I want to keep Meowstic around, so Meowstic has to switch. And the only real sacrifice I've got is Zoroark. This is a fairly safe play because if he doesn't double up the Meowstic slot, Zoroark lives. But what I should have done is Earth-powered the Archaludon again. But I wanted to keep Venusaur healthy. This would have just been free damage into that Arch. I played too passively on that turn. But now we have Fake Out back online. Archaludon can't really do anything. There's the Protect. I had a feeling that that was coming. So go for the Sludge Bomb, and it's bulky enough to live, which, that was so bad. So bad for me. Now he gets the weather control back. Politoed takes nothing from that Psychic, and he goes for the Electro Shot. But thanks to the bulk, Psycho Kitty lives, and we get that Earth Power. See, if I go for the Earth Power on the previous turn, that is a dead Archaludon, and that was probably my biggest mistake in this entire battle. Now I've got Meowstic on low HP. The Protect on this turn is obvious, but I still play into it. Sunny Day comes out, and he Earth Powers Venusaur. That reveal there really shut down my idea of bringing in Kingambit. I wanted to set up an endgame where I have pressure on the Archaludon from both my Kingambit and my Venusaur, despite all the stamina boosts that I'm giving that Archaludon. The Protect here is pretty obvious. I should have doubled the Politoed, knowing that my Psychics weren't doing a great deal of damage. And there comes the Surf. Psycho Kitty still somehow lives. I'm guessing that was a no special attack investment Politoed. But what I really wanted was a safe switch to Kingambit, to not have him take any damage. I go for the switch anyway. Dragon Pulse comes out. Dead Venusaur. Thankfully, he gives me a Defiant boost. So I now have a +2 Kingambit. Here I make another big mistake. Archaludon was always going to Protect. This turn should have been Fake Out, Swords Dance. That gives me a +4 Kingambit right off the rip, and I take no damage. But I was scared of the Earth Power, and my Kingambit wasn't very bulky. The Swords Dance on this turn was fairly free. If I get the +4, and I've still got Meowstic on the field, he has to make a choice over which one he's going to KO. The +2 Sucker Punch KOs that straight up, and if he still has the Politoed here, and I've got a +4 Kingambit, Archaludon is, I believe, +1 special attack and +3 defense. He has to make a choice. He's going to have to kill Meowstic eventually. Meowstic doesn't really do much in the way of damage, and I'm pretty sure, even with how little bulk I've got on Kingambit, it's going to live an Earth Power from Politoed. So if I've left that the Politoed alone, got my +4, I can probably KO this Archaludon with that +4. And that makes this end game a billion times easier. Chal plays this so well though, because he protects his raid boss Archaludon unbelievably well. You see, yeah, I call the Protect, get rid of the Raichu. It's now a 1v1. And even if I didn't KO the Arch after a sword stance earlier, in the hypothetical situation, this endgame is a million times easier. He's got back so much health, and we'll see in a second just how much damage even a +2 Sucker Punch does. So that's 37, does 30%, gives him another stamina boost. So if I got a +4 on that, yeah, if I've got a +4 on that, that's a clean 2-hit KO, even with the stamina boost. So annoying the way the game played out. I disrespected the Archaludon a bit too much, in my opinion. But hats off to Chal. Like I said, he played this so well. So well. So, game 3. And this is where the conditioning I've done in the first 2 games comes into play. Both games, I have led Zoroark disguised as Venusaur. This game, I want to disguise Zoroark as King Gambit. I'm hoping that because I've had the Zoroark out there game 1 and game 2, if I lead Venusaur, straight up real Venusaur, he's not going to fake it out. He's going to think that Venusaur is Zoroark. And what I can do is a couple of turns into the battle, I can bring in Zoroark disguised as King Gambit and mess with his head. So it's almost trying to accelerate the game plan I had in game 2, because the Zoroark lead into the rain mode is bad, very bad. But the immediate Venu lead is, it just puts on so much pressure because of how much damage Earth Power does to Archaludon. And I'm hoping that the mind games of a mid-game Zoroark disguised as King Gambit is just going to throw Chal off completely, and it's so evil, and I'm so sorry I had to do it, but I was honestly terrified of losing this match. The way Chal played Archaludon in that game 2, it was so hard for me to deal with that defeat was a very real possibility. So I'm expecting same 4 from him, so I'm going for same 4 from me, but in a different order. He's not led the same, and this throws me off. He's led the Decidueye, who's immediately putting on a ton of pressure here. Now, I can fake out the Decidueye, which stops my Meowstic taking a great deal of damage. But that gives Archaludon a free shot, free hit into my Venusaur, which I do not want. This was a phenomenal lead from him. So I make the only real play I've got. Fake out Sleep Powder. And I miss. But Chal makes a big mistake, unfortunately, and he goes for an Electro Shot. that was very lucky. I got away with that sleep powder miss. But thankfully, despite almost timing out here, I have a play I can make. I've not revealed gravity, so I can ensure Archaludon goes to sleep by gravity sleep powder. And knockoff does about half to my Meowstic, which is acceptable. Now with Archaludon asleep, it can't electroshot, it can't get off the damage. I can quite happily just double into this thing and get rid of it. Now I don't have the threat to my Meowstic. Unfortunately, he gets the first turn wake up, and a +1 Dragon Pulse does surprisingly little damage. But here comes the Raichu. Now sleep is shut off for the rest of the game, and it's so annoying. And now is where my mind games come in. Here's not King Gambit. I wasn't sure where the fake out was going to go, so Protect on Venusaur. But what that gravity has done for me, again, he makes a misplay. I don't know whether he just didn't realize that the King Gambit was actually Zoroark, or he just misclicked. But he fires off a Drain Punch into my King Gambit, which is very lucky. But what that gravity has done is now given me 100% accurate Will-O-Wisps. Raichu is now burnt. It can't do a damn thing. Earth Power does little more this time around than in Game 2, which tells me that it is about a 2-hit KO. Unfortunately, again, he goes for a Electroshock without the rain. He switches in the Politoed too late. I get off the Shadow Ball. Somehow, some way, that Shadow Ball just destroys it. And the Earth Power goes into Politoed. From here, the game is won. I had to constantly stick to don't let the Archaludon get out of hand. I was helped by some misplay from Chal, but that Gravity Sleep Powder play did give me what I wanted pre-battle, and that was tempo. It let me dictate the pace of this battle. It slowed it down for a couple of turns, let me get positioned, and essentially steamroll from there. Because he was scared of another potential sleep powder, he had to bring out the Raichu to set up the electric terrain, which slowed his offense down because he couldn't get those boosts on Archaludon. And because he couldn't get those boosts on Archaludon, it was a lot less threatening and a lot easier for me to position around. And Zoroark just popped off, man. I knew it was going to be good in this battle, but I did not expect it to be picking up 6 KOs. I'm pretty sure no one else is going to let me get away with this, so we're going to let Zoroark have his time in the sun. But I know this wasn't my usual style of review, but this is how I tend to do them while I'm writing the script for it. And I just thought it'd be fun to see how it goes down as actual part of the video, instead of me doing it off camera and then talking at you. So I think next week we have... Let me double check. Yeah, next we have Nate and the Brentwood Blood Moons, and that's going to be a tough one. He's got Mega Skarmory. Oh my god. It's another T-Tar matchup. No! T-Tar Lycanroc. Garchomp. Mega Skarmory. Oh, I'm cooked, guys. I'm cooked. I'll see you all for that one. This is going to take some prep.